I'm excited to start a new series with you that I'm going to call Words to Wellness. I've had the pleasure of helping literally thousands of people improve their health. And that is very rewarding and very fun. But I've also had the opportunity of watching many failures. Lots of people that are motivated and seemingly inspired to make the change necessary in their health, and it doesn't happen. The changes don't happen. They're short-lived. They're motivated for 3 weeks. They're unmotivated for a year. Then they're motivated for 2 weeks, and then they're unmotivated for 6 weeks. And it can be a very complicated and frustrating response. And I've literally seen it create a state of hopelessness, learned hopelessness. That, you know what, I've tried this 5 times. Every time I've failed. They buy into the theory that it's germs, genetics, or bad luck. Or it's just the way they're supposed to be. And none of those things are true. And I've been able to gain a lot of insight on how to help people through that process. And so that's what Words to Wellness is, because words are powerful and words have meaning. And the words that we use and how we talk to ourselves and others, and the words that we focus on can literally change our life. So let me give you a few examples of this, and I'm actually going to give you our first tip or our first word today to get us started on this process. And I encourage you to come along with me on this journey, because it's going to be transformational. And that's exciting, because it has big ramifications as far as how that affects every aspect of your life. So let's use this rubber band as an example. You know, the further I stretch it, the more tension it creates. So if I say, I hate exercise, but I'm going to exercise. I hate exercise, but I'm going to exercise. I hate exercise, but I'm going to exercise. I hate exercise, but I'm going to eventually, it snaps back, right? That's unmotivated for a couple weeks, and then next thing you know, I'm off the bandwagon and it's not working, right? So we have to create the infrastructure, let's say the neural scaffolding in our brain or in our mind first, or behavioral modification doesn't work. See, if we just say, I'm going to change this behavior, you're not getting to the root of the issue. There's deeper things that we need to change before we start changing behavior, if we truly want this to become a lifestyle that lasts for the rest of our life, and we really experience the benefits that are possible. So our first word for Words to Wellness is why. We have to understand why changing our health, changing the way we look, changing how we feel, changing our level of fitness, changing our self-perception is important. If we don't understand why that is important, then everything we do is going to be short-lived, right? We lose weight so we can fit into the dress for the wedding, but then we go right back to where we were at. And nobody enjoys that. Nobody feels fulfilled from that. Nobody feels inspired from that type of behavior. So let's get to the root, and let's discuss why is it important. So I would like you to physically get out a piece of paper, sit down in some quiet space, away from a phone, away from an iPad, away from your spouse, your children, your job, your work, your email, your Facebook page, everything that can distract you, and sit down and spend some time thinking about why it would be important for you to make changes to your health. I put this picture here not by accident for this video, because this is just a simple example of a why. I get the honor and the privilege of coaching Little League baseball players. And this is a little thank you that they gave me at the end of last season. But, you know, it's really important for me to be able to be on that field and to feel like I have the energy, the athleticism, the ability to demonstrate drills, to show them what we want to do, to maintain my focus. If I want these players to bring their best to the table, practice, every game, every time we're together, then I want to be able to do that. And being healthy and fit and having a positive self-image of myself is all extremely important to my ability to be able to give and share and inspire these kids, because teaching any sport isn't just about the sport, it's about the lessons that sport has for us in our life. So that's where you got to get to with your why. You got to find things that inspire you deeply. Your relationship with your spouse, your children, your job, your family, God, whatever. Your health impacts every aspect of your life. Sit down, spend some time, and write down, physically write it down. Don't just tell me you have it in your mind. Physically write it down on a piece of paper, and we're going to work through this process. So word one is why. Why is your health important? And why do you need to make changes? Have a fabulous day. See you next time.